So my name is Stacy Moran, and I was lucky enough to be a part of the Ireland trip that included the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, George might say the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Vikings, but because I'm from Minnesota and he opened it up to Minnesotans, I was like, yes, I'm all in. I've never experienced a trip like this before. First, I've never done like a tour or group thing before. And I've always been interested, but just didn't know what to expect. And boy, my expectations were really just blown out. I was like impressed with everything that we got to do. We got to see the experiences, the knowledge that we got to learn. We had an excellent tour guide, Stuart. He was very impressive and fun. And part of the trip too that was kind of unique. There was a lot of fun camaraderie between the two teams and giving each other a hard time. And nobody had, it was no bad blood or anything. It was all a fun time. So that was cool. Well, how much we got to do in each day. We had all things lined up, and it wasn't for myself. At the time, I was kind of unhealthy, so I'm like, how am I going to keep up with this? But I didn't have a struggle, and it was really good. And we got to see so many different things. We had a full day, but yet it was still, we were in the bus enough to like relax or fall asleep if you needed to or whatever. So it was great like that. That was the best part. I kid you not. I will do this in a heartbeat again because everything was all taken care of. I didn't have to worry about transfers. I didn't have to worry about tickets to this place or tickets to that place or the time to be there or, everything was all set up and planned out for us. And that was incredible. Number one priority. I swear that was really worth every penny. It was worth every penny because, stress is a factor in vacations, right? Actually, my husband and I just drove yesterday and we were stressed out the whole time because timing and traffic and blah, blah, blah. Well, we didn't have to worry about a thing like that yet. It was just all taken care of and you could enjoy the sights more and take in more of it, absorb a lot of it other than having to figure out, okay, we got to get gas now or what side of the road are we driving on or, that kind of stuff. So yeah, the seats were really, you can see everywhere in that. I was kind of impressed because I thought it wasn't going to be great seating, but I was surprised it was quite good. Yeah. So in Galway, that was a cool city. I really enjoyed it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we had gone to a couple places over there and then went to, what's it called? Connemara, for the marble or the green colored stone. Our experience there was really fun. We had a good time and our accommodations were great. We had a good time, nice accommodations at all other places. And in, I believe in Clarny, we went on a horse carriage ride. And that was kind of cool to see the park and whatnot through that. And of course, castles, you got to see the castles. And so we got to see some of those and, all the different landmarks that you hear about in Ireland, we got to experience. Just everything is so majestic, and it was really quite an experience. It's in my top 5 trips, that's for sure. Stuart, the tour guide, number one, he made everything so worthwhile. So knowledgeable. I guess having a very good tour guide makes a difference. If they know what's happening in the city currently. And one thing I noticed is no matter where we went, that country, those people know their history so well. I was so impressed by that. And so you got to learn a lot more about it than you ever thought you might, So I thought that was cool. So I think having someone very knowledgeable of the area and the history and what's good, what's bad, those kinds of things. Obviously, it's just one person's opinion, but, it's pretty valuable when you are just trying to soak in everything and they know everything and you're like, oh, perfect. Then I'll go to this guy.